Hi there, I'm Simon, and welcome to Simon Simplifies Tech. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by apps, software, or that endless stream of so-called productivity hacks that promise more than they deliver, you're in the right place. Here, I break down digital tools, AI assistants, and smart systems that actually work. No fluff, no jargon, no time wasted. Each episode gives you quick, practical insights you can use right away to make your work smoother, faster, and a whole lot easier. Because let's face it, working hard is overrated. Working smart is where the real magic happens. In today's episode, our two experts explore Snagit, how it boosts productivity, organizes your digital life, and helps you truly work smarter.
Okay, so if you've ever tried to explain something happening on your computer screen, you know this feeling. It's that specific kind of modern frustration.
Yeah.
You need to show someone maybe like 4 simple steps. And suddenly you look down and you've written this mini novel in an email.
It's that explanatory spiral, isn't it? You're trying so hard to be crystal clear, but you just build this wall of text.
Exactly. Like click the little menu, top right, then scroll down, 2 pages, look for the Geel icon.
No, not the dark gray one, the light gray one. And it gets so convoluted.
And you spend, 10 minutes typing this masterpiece? You hit send.
And 30 seconds later, the reply comes back. Huh, I'm lost.
Right. We're just drowning in text explanations when, honestly, a picture would do the job instantly. We need that visual clarity.
Which is exactly where we're taking a deep dive today. We're looking at the source material around a tool folks keep calling a clarity tool. That's Snagit by TechSmith.
Yeah, and our mission here is to figure out why this thing, which, let's face it, a lot of people probably still think is just print screen with a few extra buttons, why it genuinely saves some users hours every single week.
And the philosophy that just jumps out from all the sources, it's simple. Stop explaining, start showing.
Right.
The goal seems to be cutting maybe half of those long-winded messages and just replacing them with a clean visual, like a screenshot with an arrow.
Okay, but let's talk about that pain point first, the explainer's trap. Why do we do it? Why write the novel?
Well, I think we feel we have to document every single tiny click, right? We get bogged down in the details because TAF feels like the only way.
We're fighting the medium itself, trying to describe something visual with just words. It's inherently difficult.
Exactly. You aim for comprehensive, but the description itself becomes the confusing part.
Okay, so contrast that whole novel writing effort with, say, one good screenshot. Maybe a bright red arrow pointing right where they need to click.
Or a circle around the button.
Yeah, or even just a quick 15-second video clip where you talk them through it.
The confusion just vanishes. The message lands immediately. It nails that core idea from the sources. Don't tell people, show them.
That visual shift, it feels like the first big hurdle people overcome.
It really is. The sources stress that once you start thinking visually, once you realize you can communicate better in 5 seconds with a picture than 5 minutes typing,
you can't go back.
you genuinely wonder how you ever worked without it. It becomes second nature.
Right. It stops being this separate task you have to do and just becomes how you communicate quickly. That muscle memory itself is a productivity gain.
Absolutely. It makes clarity the easiest option, not the hardest.
Okay, let's get into the toolkit itself then, because we got to move past. It's just print screen. The sources really position Snagit as this all-in-one capture and communication tool.
It's definitely more like a Swiss Army knife for visual communication.
Yeah.
It builds on some core capture abilities, but goes way beyond the basics.
So what are those foundations, the things people use daily?
Well, first, the capture itself is super flexible, not just the whole screen. You can grab a specific window or draw a box around just the bit you need, down to the pixel, pretty much. And crucially, it's not just static images. It records video screen recordings with your voiceover.
Oh, okay.
And it can even pull in your webcam feed at the same time. So you can add that personal touch if you're explaining something.
And then the annotations happen right after capture. That seems key for speed.
That's the magic. Arrows, text bubbles, shapes, callouts, and really importantly, blurring or hiding sensitive info. You can do all that in seconds right inside the Snagit editor.
So no exporting to another program just to add an arrow?
Nope. It's all integrated, which means once you've marked it up, getting it to someone is frictionless.
Frictionless is good. Does that mean it plugs into things like Teams or Slack directly? Or is it save, find file, upload?
Oh, direct integration is core. Email, Teams, Slack, Google Drive, a whole bunch of others. It's designed to just slot right into how you already work. No extra steps.
Okay, this is where it seems to level up from just useful to potentially game-changing. Let's talk about those aha features, the ones that really make people go, whoa. Scrolling capture has to be first, right?
Scrolling capture is definitely a huge one. We've all been there, trying to screenshot a super long web page.
Or a massive chat history in Slack or Teams.
Yeah. And you end up taking like 3 screenshots.
And trying to stitch them together, and they never quite line up right, and it looks awful and takes forever.
It's such a waste of time. Snagit just automates it. You have to scroll, it scrolls down the page of the chat and captures the whole thing. One single clean image file. Done.
That alone sounds amazing. But the next one, text extraction, feels like it saves a different kind of pain. Actual documentation time. This uses OCR, right? Optical character recognition.
OCR. It lets you grab text out of an image.
Okay, hang on. So, you know those awful error messages where the text is locked inside the image box? You can't copy it?
Yeah, exactly like that.
I literally spent an entire afternoon once typing out some cryptic server error code because it was trapped in a screenshot. You're telling me Snagit just reads it?
It fundamentally solves that. You capture the image, whether it's an error box, text in a scanned PDF, even a photo of writing on a whiteboard.
Wow.
Snagit's OCR reads the text, and then you can just copy and paste it into a document, a support ticket, Google search, wherever.
That is a total game changer, especially for IT folks or anyone dealing with documentation or troubleshooting. How reliable is it? Like with weird fonts or low quality images?
It's gotten remarkably good. I mean, really complex artistic fonts might trip it up sometimes, but for standard on-screen text, error messages, things like that, it's incredibly accurate. Turns locked images into usable text data.
Okay, mine's slightly blown on that one. Let's move to the Simplify tool. This sounds like it's aimed squarely at people creating training guides or public documentation.
Yeah, it's brilliant for focus. Simplify automatically declutters your screenshot. It takes all the extra stuff in the background, random buttons, unrelated menus, and turns them into simple, neutral shapes, like gray boxes.
So it's not just about blurring out my username or some client data. It's about reducing the visual noise for the person looking at it.
Exactly. You want them focused on step 1, step 2, step 3, not getting distracted by 20 other buttons on the screen that aren't relevant to this task.
Right. Makes the guide cleaner, more professional, less overwhelming.
Precisely. It hides the non-essential stuff and any sensitive bits, but keeps the overall layout, so the context is still there, just much cleaner.
All right. And the last big feature area, integrated video. Now, video editing usually means complex software, right? That scares people off.
And that's the beauty here. It's not complex. It's designed for quick communication. Record your screen, record your voice, and the key part is you can trim the beginning and end right inside Snagit. No need to export it to Camtasia or Premiere, just to chop off the first few seconds where you are clearing your throat or waiting for something to load.
Ah, okay. So perfect for quick demos, maybe answering a support question visually, short tutorials.
Exactly. Quick, clear, and easy to share. And the sources did note it works across Windows and Mac, sharing the same file format, which is pretty important for teams working on different systems.
When you put all that together, it does feel like it turns anyone into a mini media producer for workplace communication.
That's a good way to put it.
Let's connect this to real-world efficiency then. How does this actually save time day to day? The sources mentioned it acting like a second brain for some users.
Yeah, that's about the library feature.
Yeah.
If you're someone juggling lots of projects or clients, you capture workflows as you do them, tag them properly, and then later, when you think, oh, how did I set up that specific thing for client X 3 months ago? Instead of figuring it out again, you just search your Snagit library and boom, there's the visual record.
That definitely fights that context switching drain. The sources gave specific user examples too. Teachers and trainers.
Big users. Creating quick visual guides instead of writing long instruction docs. Saves them time, probably way clearer for students or trainees too.
And developers or IT pros.
Huge for bug reporting. Instead of trying to describe a weird visual glitch in text.
Which never works.
Right. They just capture it, draw an arrow pointing right at the problem, maybe add a quick note, and send it straight to the issue tracker or team chat. Much faster diagnosis.
I like the example for design and marketing teams, dealing with visual feedback.
Oh, yeah. Instead of that endless email chain trying to describe which shade of blue needs changing or where the logo looks weird.
No, the other blue, the one slightly to the left.
Exactly. They just mark up the mock-up directly in Snagit, circle the issue, add a comment bubble, draw an arrow. Done. It cuts out so much back and forth ambiguity.
And managers. Using it to avoid meetings.
That's a big one. Instead of scheduling a 30-minute Zoom call just to give some quick feedback on a document or process, record a 2-minute Snagit video, screen share, talk through the points, send the link. Way more efficient.
There was also mention of training templates. How does that work?
Yeah, this is great for consistency. You can set up pre-designed layouts in Snagit, maybe with your company logo, numbered steps, standard titles already formatted.
Oh, okay.
Then you just drop your new captures into that template. Instantly, you have a clean, professional-looking guide or report that matches all your other documentation. Takes minutes.
That boosts the professional look and feel, for sure. Makes everything seem more polished and organized with minimal extra effort.
Exactly. Speed plus consistency.
All right, but we need the critical angle, too. Nothing's perfect.
Yeah.
The sources pointed out a few caveats, some honest annoyances. What's the fine print?
Right. First, the video editor. It's great for basic trimming, cutting the start and end, but that's pretty much it.
No fancy transitions or adding background music.
No. If you need real video editing power, you'll need to step up to something like TechSmith's other product, Camtasia, or another dedicated editor. Snagit Video is for quick, simple communication.
Okay, fair enough. What else? The price.
Yeah, the price tag comes up. Look, if you only need to take a screenshot once a blue moon, maybe the built-in OS tools are fine. You might hesitate.
Right.
But if you're explaining things visually, documenting processes, or giving feedback multiple times a day, the sources overwhelmingly say the time saved pays for the license very, very quickly. It's an investment in efficiency.
Think about the cost of not having it. The waste of time, the confusion.
Exactly. And the last heads up was about the library. It stores everything you capture, which is great. It can become a dumping ground real fast if you're not organized.
So the advice is tag everything immediately.
Absolutely. As soon as you capture something useful, tag it. Marketing review Q3, client onboarding steps, server error fix, whatever makes sense. Do it right away, or you'll waste ages scrolling through hundreds of untagged images later trying to find that one thing.
Okay, solid warnings. Let's wrap with some actionable productivity hacks. Things people can do right now to get the most out of this visual approach. First up, hotkey presets.
Yes. Don't just launch the main Snagit window every time. Set up specific keyboard shortcuts like maybe 3trl plus shift plus 1 captures a region, Shriel plus shift plus 2 starts a scrolling capture, Shriel plus shift plus 3 starts a video.
Ah, so you bypass the menu entirely.
Totally. Makes capturing almost instantaneous, cuts out several clicks and decision points. Effortless capture is the goal.
Nice. What about mobile, if you need to document something on your phone?
Use the Fuse app. It's Snagit's mobile companion. Take screenshots on your phone, and they get sent straight over Wi-Fi into your Snagit library on your computer. Perfect for documenting app workflows or mobile issues.
Closes that gap between desktop and mobile. Good one.
Yeah.
And templates again.
For teams, definitely push templates. Create a standard look for bug reports, training snippets, whatever. Get everyone using them. Instant consistency, instant professionalism.
And the blur tool.
Use it religiously. Before you share anything with client names, personal info, internal server names, financials, blur it out. Make it muscle memory. Blur first, then share. Always.
Okay, and the ultimate hack, the one that kind of summarizes the whole mission.
Right. The next time someone proposes a quick sync up meeting to explain something simple, pause. Ask yourself, could I answer this clearly in a 2-minute Snagit video instead?
Oh, challenging the meeting culture.
It's how you reclaim potentially hours from your week. Avoid unnecessary meetings through clear, asynchronous visual communication.
Okay, so wrapping this all up, the big takeaway for you listening, Snagit isn't just screenshot software. The sources frame it clearly as a clarity tool.
It's about communicating visually, communicating better, and doing it much, much faster. Less confusion, more efficiency, both perceived and actual.
Which leads us to that final provocative thought for you to mull over.
Yeah, think about just the last week. How many long emails, detailed Slack messages, multi-step instructions did you type out? Now, honestly ask yourself, how many of those could have been nailed instantly? With a simple annotated screenshot or a quick screen recording, how many 20-minute follow-up calls or clarification meetings could have just disappeared?
If you'd chosen to show instead of just telling.
Exactly. Something to think about.
Definitely food for thought. Time to maybe swap some of that typing for drawing arrows. We'll catch you on the next deep dive.
And that wraps up today's episode of Simon Simplifies Tech. If you found this episode helpful, make sure to follow the show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you're listening right now. That way, You'll never miss an episode that could make your workday smoother and your life a little easier. You can also share the show with a friend or coworker who's always looking for better ways to stay productive. It helps the podcast grow and keeps these lessons reaching more people. Got a tool or topic you'd like me to simplify next? You can send your ideas, feedback, or questions through the Simon Simplifies Tech website or on the social channels listed in the show notes. And remember, the goal isn't to do more, it's to do it smarter. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Simon, and I'll catch you in the next episode of Simon Simplifies Tech.